Happy Tuesday night, everybody. It's your boy Capper with Twitterless Steve for the Cognizant Classic 2026 Best Bets Show. Steve, it's been a wild couple of days with people getting on the board, off the board, withdrawing, all types of shit. How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. Like I told you before the show, I think we do our best work when we have to jump into the mud and really find the diamonds in it, because this board is gross.
Rough,
that's for sure. And it is only reinforcing our position on Sunday that the PGA Tour just does not put this tournament in a great position to succeed. And unfortunately, with the players that are playing this week, that's very evident. But I actually had a lot of problems filling out a betting card, not because I hated the board, because I actually like too many guys. And the problem is all their prices were pushed up way high that I didn't want to put out a 3X card with it. But I am settling on 6 guys ranging from 27 to 155. And I feel pretty good about it. But we will talk about a lot of guys. And I know you have not filled out a card tonight. So you'll probably pepper me with questions. I'll give an opinion.
Yep.
We'll see what happens.
We're doing some live bets because listen, anybody who's listened to us probably knows the DraftKings thing that went on. I've heard lots of people talk about it. With all the withdrawals coming off the board. If you don't know the story, DraftKings, in their infinite wisdom, instead of taking down the odds on all the golfers, they put everybody at minus 10,000. So everybody holding a ticket, their algorithm read it as, this guy is now minus 10,000. This guy has a 500 to 1. Let me offer him 490 to 1 to see if he'll cash it out. The algorithm then spit out the cash out offers. So everybody who was paying attention clicked the cash out and clicked withdraw. So everybody who's saying that it wasn't withdrawn, I know for a fact that people got money withdrawn and it's in their bank account. Seen it. Like, not a rumor, not anything. Now, listen, I don't know what DraftKings is going to do. I know a couple of them, their accounts are unlocked. They think it's a trap. They're not going back. I don't blame them. Kind of see what's going to happen. From what I hear from some of the guys in Discord and some other places, they're just going to write it off on bad debt. Just like if you don't pay off a credit card, the credit card company says bad debt. There you go. Sell it to a collections agency for 10 cents on the dollar. Maybe they go to collections. Maybe they don't. I don't know. Either way, they did get the cash out. And it's insane to me that a book this big can make a mistake that big. Because if I know about, I don't know, call it between 150K, just based off the few people I know, what the fuck is that times off everybody else? Like, they must have taken a bath, and they're a public company. So I'd be curious. Like, I marked this thing down. I was like, maybe I want to listen to the quarterly call and see what happened on that day. And see what DK is going to share on their quarterly call when they're going to talk to their investors.
Oh, for sure. And you know what? Maybe their quarterly call will be when I'm on vacation. That's usually late April. So typically it takes about maybe a month and a half or so to finally get the financials in order for the quarterly statements to come out and give their investor call. That would be one that would be very interesting. I hope they live stream that one, and maybe we can convince a major shareholder to ask that question about, hey, what exactly happened at the COG?
Explain what happened.
Yeah. Is that intern? Did he get promoted, or what happened to him, or is he sleeping with the fishes?
Maybe he's like he's the ex PGA commissioner. He just failed up. Now he's in charge of bigger trades. Who knows?
Exactly.
So like me personally, you guys know me. I would have fucking took it immediately. I would have fucking robbed them blind and tried to put more bets in and try to take more cash out. Because anybody who feels bad for a sports book, who limits winning bettors and figures out a way to fuck everybody who's betting them, they're not a sponsor yet, and once they are, I'll take this all back. But anybody who feels bad for a sports book, whose whole goal in life, the fucking CEO in front of the Massachusetts Gaming Commission said they don't want winning bettors. That's why we limit them. We don't want winning bettors. Anybody who feels bad for somebody who just took advantage of that and is meanwhile taking advantage of, Aunt Sally and Uncle Phil who don't know anything and are putting in fucking 15, $10 same gay parlays a week. It's fine. It's fine that they got their pants down and people who actually gamble finally got to get one over on the house. Anybody who cries for a book, go join the DEA or anything else. Fucking max.
Wholeheartedly agree, especially when you hear stories about when we catch books asleep at the wheel on round scores or whole props or winning scores, and they get crushed. Instead of maybe taking a hard look at, hey, how are we setting these lines and how can we be a little sharper? They just punish the better at that point for being smarter than them. At that point, you're exactly right. It's not fair. And anytime this stuff happens, I have absolutely zero sympathy for these companies. That is just incompetence, and they deserve to be resoundingly punished in their wallets when that happens. So
cheers.
Kudos to that. Yeah, kudos to any ISN subscriber. That was a fun morning. I was late to the party. I was not able to catch that, but reading through the 300 messages or so, just everybody going nuts about their cash outs and debating about the rules about it. And they were all paranoid about, oh, is DK going to actually come after me and send the goons? No.
Like I said, the goons. This isn't the mafia boys. This is a bunch of guys running fucking Excel spreadsheets, worried about percentages of handle, and don't worry about that. Nobody's coming to get you that way. Now, they might try to fuck with you financially, but they're not. There's no way. Like it's not. The juice isn't worth the squeeze for them to go after somebody who just grabs, I don't know, call it 20K, 30K, 40K. The amount of money they got to pay these lawyers to go after everything else, it's not worth it. They can just write it off as bad debt and whatever it is. What it is. I was just so sad. Yeah. Literally, somebody walked by my office. And I was just like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "So many people I know just made so much money catching a sports book that I don't have access to, asleep at the wheel. I am so sad." They were like, and I tried to explain it to them, and nobody who I work with, no one understands gambling. And I was like, never mind. Just let them know that I could have made money if I lived in a different state that had better sports books than the Seminole Mafia family. They were like, okay. I was like, bye. Talk to you later.
Yep. Yeah, you probably asked your boss, hey, can you send me to New York
exactly
for work for a little bit for about 7 months?
Properties up in New York that need help. Yeah, we got any properties that need help up there? I can go. That's fine.
Exactly. I'll do that, and I'll just stare at DraftKings for 9 hours a day, waiting for them.
Waiting to go breath.
Yeah.
So fun.
All right. You want to talk about the COG? You want to talk about the worst tournament on the PGA Tour schedule?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Well, before I get to my little spiel, my little epilogue, let's throw it back to you. Okay. You may mention that you haven't bet anybody yet, but you is your mind in a pretzel, you would say?
Not really. It's just there was so much chaos all over the board yesterday. The odds were all fucking over the place. And then I don't know. I guess I started focusing on DFS today. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait to talk to Steve. This is my hour a week counseling session. You know what I mean? So I get to pick the brain and walk through shit. So yeah, some weeks I wait. Like if I don't have a good feeling about it, and I have some guys who I like who I'm swimming around, and like we talked about on the preview show, like we both have really good history at this tournament. So I like this tournament, as shitty as it is. We'll see how it goes this week. But yeah, I mean, whatever. Listen, the Matt Jones thing was amazing for me. You know what I mean? Like I got heartbreak with Cole. You got heartbreak with Lowry. Like we all swim around this fucking thing. And I love the Florida swing because it's my home swing. So I love to watch people struggle on Bermuda. So because it makes me feel better about my shitty golf game.
You know what? I actually just had a random memory that this, I believe, was the original OG Let's Crush the Books on Round Scores week. Because
with the wind.
Yeah, in 2021, I think I went some like 8-2 on round scores that week.
That sounds right.
We all had a big party on the SGPN Slack at that point.
That's right.
That. So that was, you know what? So you're right. We do have very fond memories of this week. Well, unfortunately, a lot of people don't, but we do need to talk about the course. We need to talk about course conditions, and we did happen to have an inside source on the grounds at PGA National. So his identity is going to be anonymous because he maybe committed some misdemeanors the last couple of nights.
HOAs are scary in Florida, man. Like, you guys don't get it. Anybody who lives outside of Florida doesn't get, like, they'll put a lien on your house if your fucking tree is the wrong tree. Like, I hate HOAs. They're the scum of the earth. They're the biggest Karens on the planet. They're the type of scumbags who call in on Harris English and say, "Hey, his putter grip isn't wrapped tightly enough. He needs to change his putter." HOA is that person.
Yeah, they would definitely go over they would go after somebody who cashed out for $500.
100%.
Yeah, 100%. Well, anyways,
you're gonna sell your house. You're like, how do I have the lien on my house because I left a trash can out front? What are you talking about? It's a $50 fine. Crazy.
Yeah. Well, here's our mole right here, walking around on the green at PGA National, in a mask so nobody can tell, with gloves and everything. And he took a video of throwing the ball onto the green just to kind of test it. Actually had a pretty decent thud to it. Wasn't pillow soft. It wasn't like a little, like a little or anything. It actually had a nice little snap to it. But there was more concerning news that he said happened. The only other note, by the way, he said that he reached down. He actually touched the rough. Apparently, he also talked to people. Apparently, the rough is, relatively healthy for this week. Yeah, so that's definitely confirmed for this week. But he saw something very, very, very concerning, and something that I was not hoping would happen, because there's no excuse. He witnessed Jay Monahan watering the greens.
Now I get
water hoses were out, despite the fact that, well, you know what? Look, they've had a drought, but they've been trying to make this tournament tougher. And one of the things that I had argued on Sunday was they're not putting water in the greens. Well, unfortunately, they did today.
Wrong.
L for me on that one. But I'm an auditor, and I don't just take something I hear and just make conclusions. I like to dig into things. I'm like, okay, well, what does this actually mean in the grand scheme of things? Well, for starters, let's look at the weather today and tomorrow. So, look, it's not all that reasonable for somebody to want to water a green when there's been drought conditions and it was blazing sunny all day today, blazing sunny all day tomorrow. So typically that water would just burn off in the afternoon. It's a resort at the end of the day. They still want to make money on people who want to play it on Monday. Is what it is. It's not a great look, but it could be just routine maintenance overall for it. But it's still concerning for a tournament that is been accused of trying to coddle players, make it soft, and make everything very easy. But I did a little more digging. And again, as the auditor mind in me, I'm like, okay, what does this actually mean? And so I found a little article from another incompetent organization that likes to ruin tournaments called the USGA. And they actually had a very nice summary about how much water actually goes on a green when you water it. And so I thought, you know what? Let's do a little math. And I'm sorry, I know you expected there wouldn't be math.
I was told there'd be no math.
Yes, but unfortunately there is math, and I hope everybody brought their calculators tonight. So yeah, so let's do a little math, okay? So I looked it up as well. The average standard hose you would use to water a green puts out about 9 to 14 gallons of water every minute. So let's just say this is just
12.
What's that?
Oh, you're going max. Oh, you're going max.
Let's go max. Okay, let's say the worst case scenario. Let's go max. Let's go 14 gallons of water a minute. Now, our source said that he witnessed approximately 15 minutes of water being put on the green. I had asked him tomorrow to actually put a stopwatch and time it, because now we can actually calculate how much that is.
We're going full national anthem outside the stadium.
Oh, we are. So in those 15 minutes, assuming that 14 gallons of water was put in per minute, approximately 210 gallons of water was put on that green. That seems like a lot of water, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's do some math. Well, so in this example right here, let me read the article for anybody who's listening on podcast. So, for example, a 4,500 square foot putting green is multiplied by 144 to get square inches. Depth of water to apply is the other variable and is related to daily ET, so evaporation essentially. Common presets for watering cards are 0.03 inches, 0.05, 0.07, 0.1. And then the conversion factor is some long number. And so basically what you do to figure out how much water to put on a green is you take the putting area, multiply by 144 to get the square inches, multiply by how much water you want to put on it, and then the conversion factor. So why don't we do some math to figure out exactly how much water is put on the green in those 15 minutes and if it's actually that big of a deal.
Okay.
So the average green at PGA National is about 7,000 square feet. So 7,000 times 144 equals 1,008,000 square inches.
A lot of
so let's just take that's a lot of inches. But that's a lot of square footage on the green.
Yeah.
Let's just pick a number here. Let's say 0.05 inches that you want to put down across the entire green. Let's multiply that number by 0.05. And then let's multiply by the conversion factor of 0.004329.
Okay. So,
and you get approximately 218 gallons, which conveniently is about how much water they went down in 15 minutes on a 14 gallon per minute hose.
Yeah.
So, assuming that's correct and the time is correct, that green really only got about 0.05 inches of water put on it, which is not really all that significant, guys. So that's enough to basically burn off in sunshine throughout the day. But it still is something we should probably consider if this is the practice they're going to be doing, is watering the greens to have it soak into the roots to keep it healthy at night. Just keep in mind that it's not a tremendous amount of water, but it's a little bit.
Does it matter that it's like super cold for Florida? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, the like it was fucking 30 degrees when I woke up this morning. It's probably 40 degrees down there.
Yeah, I mean, you want to do this because the roots and the grass is definitely stressed. So, you know, if you're trying to keep it relatively alive, you got to do this stuff. But let's look at the weather for Thursday, though. So this is what we're seeing for right now. And a problem with watering the night before is if you do it, but then there's no sunshine or wind the next day, it's not going to burn off. Yeah, and that's what you saw at something like LACC, another tournament we just crushed on day one. And if you remember what happened there was...
Not my U.S. Open.
Yeah, not my U.S. Open. They took a water hose to everything because it's California in the summer, doesn't rain, there's brilliant sunshine, and that's a golf course that can really firm up really quick and just get unplayable. So they watered everything. Well, unfortunately, what happened was the marine layer that was supposed to burn off during the day never left, and all that water just stayed on the golf course, and that's why you had really low scores on day one, because they watered it and then it didn't burn off. Now, unfortunately, what would end up happening is, if this is the weather forecast, this is essentially the super forecast right here for Wind Finder.
Yeah.
If you get basically cloudy weather for most of the day, if you water it on Wednesday night and possibly rain, but that's when play ends, so you wouldn't have to worry about it. But if you water it and it doesn't burn off, that's going to be pretty easy for everybody. That's a big advantage.
Will the wind dry it out at all?
No, but you really need sun to really like bake it out. So conversely, though, if they water it, and I think regardless, we're going to tell everybody in the Discord if they water it. Guys who go off really early in the morning are going to have a big edge, because wind is not going to be existent at all on Thursday. And it's still going to have a little bit of moisture from what they did the previous night. If it starts to get sunny out late morning and the winds kick up a little bit, that water is probably going to evaporate pretty quickly. And it gets pretty warm in the afternoon too.
Yep.
So this is something to keep in mind for potentially a wave edge on Thursday, where early morning, I'm pretty sure early morning is going to be pretty easy. If we get the sun coming out, though, and it gets pretty warm and the wind kind of kicks up a little bit, the course could flip a little bit, where there might be a pretty material difference between the afternoon and morning. Now, if it's cloudy all day, That's going to reduce that edge.
Yeah.
So that's something to keep in mind. And then the rest of the forecast, unfortunately, this is not weather that's very conducive to maybe putting some.
I ask you this every week. I always get confused when you show me.
Go for
it. Friday at 27, that 1 a.m. That's Friday. That's like 1 a.m. Thursday night.
Yes,
like when I go to bed.
Is. Okay. Yep. Yes, when you go to bed. Okay. So play begins 7 a.m. on Friday. Not a whole lot of wind. I don't believe these gusts right here because there's a huge delta between sustained and gust. That seems like it might. Yeah, and there might be a threat of rain on Friday. Threat of rain, a thunderstorm on Saturday.
There's no thunderstorms on Friday anymore, though.
No, there isn't, but there's some rain. But then thunderstorms potentially Saturday. I don't believe these wind gusts on Sunday, unfortunately.
No.
I think we're in for more whining this week about the golf course, unfortunately.
Well, if everybody loves to bitch, so
they do. But so that's just so anybody who might be freaking out a little bit about watering for 15 minutes, they didn't put that much water on it, and if it's a sunny day, it's enough to burn it off. So that's what that means. It's not great. I wish they wouldn't. I wish they would just let these greens die and actually kick these guys in the nuts. It's not realistic, though, unfortunately. So,
yeah,
but
I don't remember if it was Massachusetts or Ricardo or somebody said it in the Discord that do they really just try to keep it green for fucking TV?
Well, there are rumors that they do that for Sawgrass.
Oh, yeah, I know they do. I know they do it for Sawgrass because my fucking white sneakers have green fucking paint on them after walking around that.
Yeah, they want that to look like Augusta National. Yeah. No, I mean, like they're like, I mean, overseed in general is a vanity grass.
Oh, that's
it's to make the golf course look good when the Bermuda is dormant. So yeah, I mean, that's just what you do to it. So, but we'll see what happens. One other thing our source noted was that he did talk to people. They did confirm that, and this was, I think, in the afternoon, greens were running pretty firm. I mean, they weren't out of control, but they were firm. So that would support the theory of let's save them watering every single night. As long as it's sunny, water's been burning off because there just hasn't been any rainfall and it's dry weather. So we'll see what happens. We will let you know if they actually water the golf course again on Wednesday nights. If they do, Thursday, really early in the morning should be quite gettable, and people will absolutely be losing their mind bright and early on Thursday, like they normally do.
Bart Scott gift. Can't wait.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. So let me ask you this. So I typically don't listen to a ton of other shit, but the podcasts I typically listen to are like on a break, and so I have to find something to put in my ears.
They're on a break. Why are they on a break?
The podcast I typically listen to, it's too long to get into. It's fine. Okay. Either way, I've listened to some golf content this week. I haven't listened to any really this year. I listen to my normal shit that me and you both talk about. But I've heard like the overseed thing. Like, are they going to do the overseed thing again like they did last year? That's what ruined it. But I've heard that in 2 different places, Steve. 2 different places. It's crazy to me how wrong these other places. It's crazy. I don't get it.
Like they're just parroting the overseed argument.
Yeah, like they're just like, oh well, last year it was overseed, and you completely debunked that on fucking Sunday night. Like you're like, no, it wasn't just last year. Yeah. And I've heard it multiple times, and I saw a short clip on Twitter while I was dicking around waiting to start. And it was like a tease, and they were talking about the overseed, and I was like, "This is a big edge." Get in the Discord. We won't give away everything, but get in the fucking Discord because there's big edge.
Well, I mean, look, in fairness to them, like the fairways and collars were overseed. That is relatively new, and that was a negative change. We went over that on Sunday. But if people are saying overseeded rough, yeah, that's as off base as saying overseed is just more Bermuda that we heard for years. So that we fought that good fight. And finally won after, I think, how long did it take us to finally combat that? It took at least 2.5 years, I think.
3 years? I was gonna say, yeah, three.
At least,
three was mine.
At least. So, but we finally we finally won that one. That battle.
Right. Finally won that.
Then we moved on to another battle.
We finally out of that trench and we shot mustard gas at the right motherfuckers and we were able to cross that line.
We did. All right. Well, do you want to start eliminating golfers that you're going to bet on? Because I got the golf tip checker list this week.
How am I forgetting about this every week now? Okay. All right. Yep. Let's go.
All right. Well, I mean, we used to have a producer who would have us both play. And
then, but you know what happened? It was a scumbag from Philly. It's just Philly people. They're just completely unreliable. Unless you want to abuse women or abuse alcohol, you don't want somebody from Philadelphia. Maybe some methamphetamines too. I don't know. That people from Philly, that's what they like. They like the dumpster dive. They live in trash cans. I don't know.
Josh,
I love Josh.
You, buddy. We love you, buddy.
I love Josh. I do love Josh.
Okay. All right. Well, you know what?
He told me to hit bump off the tee. I was like, all right, you're fine. We're good.
All right. Well, I'm terrible at this game anyway, so it doesn't matter. So it's probably better that I abstain and you try and guess. So, okay.
We had go 0 for 3 last week. Fuck. All right.
That's true. That's true. You did go 0 for at Pebble last time we convened for this podcast. Okay. There are 8 guys on this list. Boston Capper. Let's go.
All right. Let's go. I will jump on. I'm just going to say Gerard because he's super chalk at DFS. The number was fine when it opened, so let's go Gerard.
Yeah, I think that probably. I'm actually surprised he's not number 1. He is number 3 this week.
Okay.
Because he had a very appealing number, and then everybody withdrew, and I just probably imagined everybody bet that number. And that was another thing. Well, that was another thing too, is that people were withdrawing and the books were not adjusting. They were just leaving everybody up. So everybody loaded up on a lot of guys up top, which might give you a couple hints on how the top of the board looks like here for the tip chart.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll go. I know Nikolai is huge chalk.
Nikolai is number 2. That is the Højgaard brother that people are picking this week, which means Rasmus is the pick. Yes, Rasmus is the pick.
Bet Rasmus. They'll change bodies. They'll just do it. I swear they must do that. Like there was basketball players who used to one play for the Celtics, and we used to make the joke that his twin brother would come in and play.
No, it's literally the Prestige. It's the plot of Alex Borden switching places.
That movie stunk.
That movie's great. What are you talking about?
That movie's. I don't like anything with Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman, I just don't like. I don't know. He bothers me. I don't know why.
Hugh Jackman was a odd casting choice, but Christian Bale definitely saves it.
Christian Bale's the best. He did first of all, the fighter.
Michael Caine, also a class act. Anything with Michael Caine in it, fine with me. Yep.
All right, so fine. You want to go old school? Listen, all you youngins who want to watch a good old school comedy, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Go watch fucking Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Get back to me and tell me you've seen anything that's as good since, I don't know, whatever you were born, 94 or on. Like Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Amazing fucking movie.
There you go.
Okay. All right. So I got Nikolai. I got Gerard. Let's go. Let's go Johnny Kiefer.
Good guess. Number 1 on the tip chart this week.
All right. So I got 1, 2, and 3. Okay.
All right. You're doing good this week.
Doing good. Josh, you watched Taxi Driver last weekend for the first time. Amazing. Great movie. Go watch Mean Streets. It's better. Let's see. Who's another fucking hottie in the streets? I don't know if is Burger on there because everybody loves Burger, hometown course.
Burger's not on the list.
Good. He doesn't deserve to be on the list. He stinks.
Okay. All right. Burger's not on the list.
Thor?
Okay.
How about Thor?
Thor is not on the list. Strike 2.
So that's fine. I got the top 3. I'm happy with myself tonight.
Okay.
Let's go.
You gotta start going a little deeper.
All right. I'm looking.
Okay.
Michael Brennan.
Michael Brennan's not on the list.
Damn. Okay.
All right. You flamed out
top
there.
3.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, number 4, a guy who we brought up as an example of a golfer that you wish would have something horrible happen to him if he pisses you off in the Sunday show. Nico Echevarria, number 4.
Okay, fair enough. Wow,
Number
really?
5. Number 5, a guy who finished runner-up last year, is Max McGreevy.
Oh God.
Okay. Number 6, David Ford. Number
What?
7.
Wait, why?
We'll get to that. Number 7, Sammy Valimaki, winner of RSM. People are going back to him. I get it. I look at the profile. That's fine. And number 8, Andrew Putnam. I tell you, somebody who has bet Andrew Putnam a lot, that's not going to go great. But I get it. Short.
What's funny is I brought him up in the Discord earlier. I was like, it looks like Putnam putt's pretty good on Bermuda.
Yeah. Well, apparently a lot of people had that notion this week.
All right. No more Putnam. Gotcha.
All right. Well, let's throw this on the screen right here. This is our Inside Sports Network live odds tool. We've actually beefed it up a ton. Yep. Now we can add a whole bunch of books. Yep. We can do BetMGM, Caesars, Bovada, Bet Rivers, Score, Bet Online.
I don't see one up there, Steve. Do you see one that's missing up there? Do you see a sports book that's missing up there?
Oh, the criminals, the criminal books, the Hard Rock.
It's weird they're not up there. That's weird. It's really weird they're not up there.
Well, because you keep terrible. Yeah, well, you'd start here and then you keep scrolling. You're still at 30-1 down here. So, yeah. But so this is definitely just a perk to join. This is only available for insiders. So definitely go to InsideSportsNetwork.com, sign up, even just start with a weekly subscription. You just want to give us a free run. But the Players is coming up. You got Bay Hill next week. Got the Masters after that. This is a great time to sign up for an annual subscription to still get the benefit of everything we offer for this year. Yeah. I mean, we got Ball Knowers After Dark. Yeah, we got Ball Knowers After Dark. We have access to the Discord where I'm posting weather updates at 5 a.m. We got a lot of good shtick in the golf chat. We got a lot of sharp analysis in the golf chat. So go ahead, go to Inside Sports Network, join our community. You're not going to regret it. So let's start going down the odds board, though.
Do it.
And I guess since you have not completed a betting card, I think you should drive here. I think you should look here and just pick a name, and then we'll just start talking about them.
All right. So I'm torn at the top of the board, right? So is this just one where we look at, like, I know Gerard. Shane Lowry doesn't win ever. He's missed through this tournament, has never won it. But now we're back to a bunch of fucking slapdicks here.
Mm-hmm.
So is 16-1, 17-1? Is that fair? Like, is this just such a tournament where, I mean, you get past, really, I mean, you look at pedigrees of guys like, listen, Gerard, whatever, like, fine. Like, he's not at this point yet. Nikolai, I get his iron plays great, and he's supposed to be the next upcoming thing. Thor at fucking 28 with he just constantly blows on Sundays. Rasmus is a fucking fire hose off the tee. Keith Mitchell is the picture of a fucking loser. Like, he won here 5 years ago and hasn't sniffed since. Daniel Berger is a fucking Ponzi scheme. Brooks, we don't know about Brooks. I mean, is it don't be dumb? I bet Shane Lowry to finally beat a bunch of fucking slapdicks on a super easy setup course that he likes to play.
Okay. I mean, look, the name brand alone would make you suggest that Shane Lowry is head and shoulders above everybody. And yes, like, his iron play is awesome. And, he's been really good here. I mean, he's a knucklehead too, just like all these other guys. May I remind you about what happened to you at Harbortown a couple years ago? With him?
I know, buddy. I know. Well, trust me, I know.
May I remind you what happened in Dubai this year, where he had the lead and he chipped into out of the bunker into the water.
He's such a loser.
Yeah.
No,
You don't think that could
I think
possibly happen on? You don't think that could possibly happen on like 15 this week, where he's in that back bunker and he just splashes into the water from back there?
You know what? You're right. The first person I would even think about betting at the shortest number would be Brooks, and it's only because he's Brooks and he just can't putt, and he's a Florida guy. Now he's on Florida greens. 36-1 in this field seems silly. Like the fact that Keith Mitchell is 7 to 8 points better than him is fucking stupid. The fact that he is the same price as Alex Smalley is, I believe, more stupid. Max McGreedy. Unreal. Like, yeah, I think I'm just gonna blindly bet Brooks based on talent and
wow.
I mean, at majors, he steps up and says there's 5 guys who can beat me. He steps up here and says, there's fucking no one who can beat me. And I think his B game could probably beat everyone here's A game.
I mean, he's been bad since he came back.
No, he hasn't been. So hold on. He hasn't been that bad.
He's been pretty bad.
I thought it was the putting that was really bad. Oh, no,
I mean, the putting has been bad, but there's been some loose ball striking with him too, occasionally as well. So I don't know.
So he didn't lose anything. He's gained in ball striking the last 2 times out. He gained over a stroke at the Farmers, just barely over at Phoenix, but he lost 1.7 basically putting at Phoenix, 2.4 at Farmers. The only other losing category he had was off the tee by 0.09 at Phoenix. Everything else is great.
All right, you make some fair points. As somebody who watches Brooks, a lot, and I'm not feeling the Brooks this week.
Okay,
but I get it. Your heart is still attached.
Yeah,
I understand that, and I'd rather bet my spreadsheet losers this week, which I definitely did.
Fine.
So,
all right. So, do you like anybody below Brooks?
I do. I mean, so I want to bet one guy up towards the top, like in the 20s, and this was on Monday when I was debating before like everybody got bet down. So I was debating between one of Gerard, the Højgaard idiots, and Torbjornsen, Michael Torbjornsen. Idiots. I mean, they are idiots. At the end of the day.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. I didn't get there with Gerard. I get it. I get it. I didn't get there with Gerard. I have absolutely nothing really bad to say about it, but I could only bet one guy, and his irons have been great. And he's been putting, like hasn't been as good the last like 2 tournaments or so, but he's had success here. I get it. If you actually asked me which Højgaard I prefer this week, it was originally Nikolai, which makes me want to just pick Rasmus. And the case for Rasmus is, things are, I think, a little better for him than what it shows on paper. He was, I think, T11 heading into the final round at Scottsdale and just crapped the bed on Sunday. Overall, though, irons have been relatively okay with him. And if I'm looking for somebody that can spike putting here, which because I think based on the weather conditions, it's probably going to play pretty easy this week. And typically putting separates you more at this tournament than other golf courses. So really it's just spike iron, spike putting. I don't care at all about off the tee because it just is different here.
So let me ask you, so who brought that up in Discord? It was Lax, right?
Yep.
The driving percentage going up 10%.
Yep, it is. I mean, guys, I think are just more aggressive. Yeah, I think guys are just more aggressive now, and the ability to keep control of the driver is a little more that now because everything's kind of got a tighter dispersion.
Okay, so you're saying you're not thinking about you're not factoring off the tee based on anything, like not like hey, some of these guys are a little longer. You're not factoring that in. They might.
I mean, I think based on the par 5 being lengthened a little bit. The rough's a little longer. I probably would break ties with distance, but I bet on short guys too. I'm just not factoring that in this week. It's really just how are you trending with your irons, and are you comfortable on these greens? And I'm willing to forgive somebody who was just complete dog shit out on the West Coast putting on those greens, but I know they have a solid history on Bermuda and can do it here. That's kind of been the blueprint for like an Eckroat or, last year was
Highsmith.
Highsmith. Like he was starting to hit his irons pretty good. Kirk was hitting his irons pretty good coming in. They kind of spiked. The Straka type. That's kind of been what's been winning. So I just focus on basically those two things this week. So between the two of them, though, Rasmus actually, if you throw in the DP World Tour data, has been a better Bermuda putter overall than Nikolai. And it just seems like based on how it is with the Højgaards, if you like one, swerve to the other.
Agreed.
So, and also, too, Rasmus has been pretty good at Le Golf National. And he's been a little better on some of his courses with a lot more water in it.
That's the Paris one, right?
Yeah, that's the one in Paris with all the water that embarrassed the Americans back in 2018. So I know he can at least be an adult on a golf course that is not, is pretty penal and, it's more penal if you miss a fairway there, but it's got a lot of water. I know he can at least be adult. I didn't bet either though.
Okay.
I ended up betting Torbjornsson.
Oh,
and I know you're gonna shame me.
Yeah, I'm gonna shame you. He stinks.
He stinks. That's not what you're saying. That's not what you're saying a couple of weeks ago. You turn a corner on him.
Yeah, because he's a fucking loser on Sundays. He had one good Sunday already, but other than that, he I don't know, man. I've watched too much of him. I don't believe it. I think he's another Clanton, like a prince that wasn't promised. We have not been given the prince that was promised yet. It's neither one of these idiots.
Okay, I am going to be glass half full on him and say he got a taste of being in contention and it didn't go well for him.
Yeah, how'd that go? Yeah, exactly.
It went pretty bad, and then he had to get up right the next tournament and was pretty bad the following week. I'm willing to give him a pass. For that, the irons were looking pretty good. There's a lot of shots between 150 and 200 at this course. There's a lot of shots between 150 and 200 at Phoenix, and he gained pretty well there. As far as, his strengths are definitely with the driver, and that is, he can't maximize it at this course, but he can't really maximize that as much at a place like RSM, and he did pretty well there. And I know he can putt on typical greens because he putt pretty well that week. So given those two factors, and I just think the kid's got a high ceiling, and it was him or the Højgaards, I think, that I was banking on, who I was going to bet for outright.
Let me try to sell you on the Højgaards. Let me try to sell you real quick. Let me try to sell you.
I mean, you don't need to. I like both, but I already laid my bet here. But yeah, go ahead and sell the Højgaards.
This is narrative street. This is 100% narrative street.
Okay.
The Winter Olympics just ended. Denmark did not get a single gold medal in their speed skating sport. Did you see those maniacs in the fucking in the crowd going crazy about for speed skating? That's all they care about is that. The Højgaards need to lift that whole country up. They need to lift the country up, and one of them needs to win this shitty golf tournament. Not some soft game. Listen, I made fun of somebody in the Discord from being from one of the softest towns in Massachusetts. This Thorboyson kid is from legitimately the softest town in Massachusetts. We don't even consider it Massachusetts. Yeah, he's mentally weak. I don't know. I'm out. I'm 100% out.
Okay. He's
from Wellesley.
I mean, if that analysis about a golfer is going to win because his home country didn't win a medal in the Olympics,
let's go,
comes through, that says a lot about the Data Boys. That is a big L for the Data Boys. That happens.
Oh God, I hope this fucking. Well, first of all, the data actually, like, you made a great case for Rasmus, and so like you were making a good case for him. I'm telling you, the intangibles. I don't know.
Listen, I almost bet Rasmus. Listen, there is a great case for Rasmus. There's a great case for Nikolai. There's a great case for Gerard. I end up going with Torbjornsson this week.
Yeah, I'm definitely not. I think I'm going Rasmus.
Okay. All right. Until I pick it. Well, you know what? You're lucky. I'm terrible at one and done, and I've already used Rasmus as one and done. So
when did you use him?
I think he's with Phoenix. That's the problem. He was doing pretty well.
Listen, I'm worse than you. I'm worse than you this year at one and done.
Well, I used Scotty already, so that I have an asterisk on my my total.
I used Tommy this past week. It was only $600K.
Yeah. All right. Let's move down the board a little bit. Okay, so you got your Burgers, the other Rasmus, Niergaard, Peterson,
I don't. So
McGreevy, Kiefer, Rye, Davis Thompson, Will Zalatoris, your favorite here, Alex Smalley, your other favorite, Hao Tong Lee. Anybody in this range that piques your interest?
Well, I already talked to you about Brooks. So RNP, as he's called, is he good? I remember. I think who was it? Was it Hasselbauer who blew my mind that one podcast way back in the day when I was like rambling on about Justin Lauer fucking like 4 years ago, and he was like, "How many shots have you seen him hit?" And I was like, "Oh shit, 3 maybe." Like I don't know if I've ever seen RNP hit a fucking golf shot.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen him hit golf shots because I've watched some DP World Tour coverage. He's good. He, I think, needs to prove. Like sometimes these DP World Tour guys need to prove they can play over in America.
Yeah. They're fucking losers. Different.
He's got to prove it a little bit. I think he can be good. He's got some plus length. His iron numbers look solid. He's I think got a little more ways to go than to be priced at 30-1 and bet him this week. That's just my opinion.
The Zayden who did 45-1.
Okay, I did not go there. Don't worry, I did not go there. I picked another loser that you disparaged already.
There's nothing but losers left on this board, so that's fine.
That's true. You're going to credit
punchable face in golf.
Okay, so that's a guy. That's a guy I have highlighted as somebody who's peaking with the irons and might be okay putting on Bermuda, but he's a loser. So I'm not betting him. I bet another loser though. I bet another loser.
You can't be betting Hoey. The guy is putting like Sandra Bullock in that bad Netflix movie.
No, and his irons have also trended down too. In hindsight, that article of saying Rico Hoy. No. In hindsight, that article saying Rico Hoy could have a Scotty Scheffler type season.
That's the best.
That is the all-time article.
Cold takes exposed. Yeah, cold takes exposed.
Yeah. No, I bet a guy that who you slandered. I bet Berger at 34.
Oh, fucking Christ. Why? He fucking stinks.
He does stink.
Make a case.
Okay.
Make a case.
Ball striking and irons still look okay. What happened last year was his around the green and putting absolutely shit the bed. I'm willing to
around the green out of here.
Well, no. That's been his problems though. Okay.
Oh, I know.
Is mostly putting and around the green. Okay. Throwing out around the green. I don't care about that this week. Austin fucking Eckert won this week, this tournament. I don't care.
Fair enough.
He played well at his last Bermuda golf course at Sony.
When was that? How many months ago?
Yeah, but it's an agronomy thing. He was putting on Bermuda, and then he stopped putting on Bermuda, and he got bad. He put all right at RSM last year. So maybe the putter is working on Bermuda and not the other surfaces. And if that happens, then the fact he's been really good here and the irons still look okay, he's still pretty good between 150 and 200 at 34-1. I'll take that.
I'll pause you on that.
All right.
Approach numbers look okay.
He lost. At least according to my numbers, last eight rounds, they look okay.
Okay. So his last 8 rounds go back to 2, 4, 6. His last 8 rounds go back to July of 2025. Do you think anything of July?
That is definitely not true.
Oh, not rounds. Tournaments.
Yeah. Just rounds.
Cut at Genesis where he lost on approach. T75 at Pebble, lost over a 0.6 on approach. Gained at Phoenix, lost at the American Express on approach.
And gained
the Sony. Yeah, and then lost prior to that in NSF, but that doesn't matter. That was November.
Yeah,
we got 3 weeks losing on approach and 2 weeks gaining on approach.
Okay. Well, I'll look at the 2 spike weeks and I'll just hang my hat on that.
I'm not trying to fight with you. I just hate Berger. He's a Ponzi scheme and he's taking too much money from all of us.
Listen, a lot of guys are Ponzi schemes in this range. Davis Thompson's a Ponzi scheme. Alex Smalley's a Ponzi scheme. I think Aaron Rye is a Ponzi scheme. Will Zalatoris is a Ponzi scheme.
Yes,
I get it.
I don't think Zalatoris is a Ponzi scheme. He's like he's a penny stock at this point. Like there's somebody, Jordan Belfort's calling you, fucking telling you he's sitting under his desk because it's so loud outside, and he's gonna tell you. And what are you gonna talk to your wife to buy this stock? Just give me the $5,000 right now.
All right. At 50 to 1, I bet Max McGreevy. It's 50, not 35. It's 50. Somebody again who is the irons look okay around the green is pretty disastrous for him, but his last couple tournaments on Bermuda, specifically Tip Eagle, has been pretty good.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
because so he was somebody who I liked.
Okay, all right.
He was somebody who I liked, but I have no faith. I have no faith in him.
Do you have faith in anybody in this field?
No, that's fair.
That's true. That's true. Okay.
You still get
at the top of the show. You called Shane Lowry head and shoulders above everybody.
That's okay. Fair.
All right, that's a pretty good indication of.
I lose context every once in a while, Steve. I need you to pull me back in. I appreciate that.
Okay. All right, I have highlighted Alex Smalley, but here is how the Alex Smalley experience is going to go. Here's the pro Alex Smalley case. Okay. Irons are trending up a little bit. He's had some success on Bermuda courses. The problem with Alex Smalley, though, is that you bet him, and then he's going to go +3 through his first 8 holes, and then everyone is going to blow him up on Discord. Okay. Mm-hmm. Then he's going to go 4 birdies in 9 holes to get to -1, make you feel pretty good.
Give you hope.
And then he's going to 3-putt the last to finish even par. And that is why Alex Smalley doesn't win, because every round 1 kind of goes that way with him. He gets off to a horrible start. He rallies, and then he does something stupid right at the end of the round. And that's why he doesn't win. So possibly for DFS, if you want to hate your life, there's worse plays. But I'm not betting him outright.
Yeah, I even I've been dicking around with the DFS today. I have Smalley in there. I keep looking at it, and I'm like this is the same thing with me last week with fucking goddamn Mav McNeely. I hate this guy. Why is he in my lineup? He's a loser. No,
okay,
I'm good.
All right, here's why, and I'm disappointed he's the number 1 tip guy, because I like Kiefer this week. I think I can make a good case for Kiefer.
Make a good case, and then so before you even make a case. So this is another one of these, I keep saying Princess Promise. If nobody understands what that is, it's a Game of Thrones reference. And so we always fall in love with these next new things. Always. It doesn't matter who it is. It's Clanton. It's this guy. It's that guy. Oh my God, he's a fucking ball striper. It's every fucking guy. And then they come up, they're not polished. They can't hit around the green. They can't putt. They cave at pressure. And this guy's resume in PGA events isn't even that good. So why does everybody sweat? Why does everybody sweat this guy so much? Because he strikes the ball well, like every PGA player. To me, that's what drives me nuts about the ball striking thing.
All right. Well, he's the hot young guy on the tour. He's 24 years old. Everyone falls in love with the ball striking, so that's pretty low hanging fruit. For me, I like the fact that he's young, so it's all right, what's that untapped potential? It's 50 to 1 in this field. So for a guy hitting the ball that well, who could have a pretty big ceiling, I don't mind that. But what I like about Kiefer this week is I saw he was struggling pretty badly with the putting and around the green. Around the green again, I don't care. Austin Eckert won here. But I dug in. I think he's a Bermuda guy. I think he's more comfortable on those surfaces. So he had was a top 5 at RSM last fall. That's on Tip Eagle. Went to Baylor. Baylor's home course is Bermuda. Some of his better finishes on the Corn Ferry.
Texas is Bermuda?
Baylor's home course is Bermuda.
Interesting.
Okay. He had some good top 5 finishes, and I think a runner-up at a couple of Bermuda courses on the Corn Ferry Tour. He's won down there. He won in the Canadian Tour. So the guy can at least win.
Okay.
So given how well he's hitting the ball, and I think he's a Bermuda guy at the end of the day, I think this week might go pretty well for him.
Okay. And listen, I won't hate on you for that. The thing that always gets me is that now everybody's all of a sudden behind this other new shiny toy. Once everybody gets behind this new shiny toy, I immediately go, not for me. It's just not for me. But I get it.
Yeah.
I guess.
Okay.
I get it. He's going to be, he's uber chalk in fucking DFS #1 tip chart for a guy who
I don't know any of that. That's the problem. You make that bet on Monday.
Yeah,
So
that's fair.
We'll see what happens. But that was the case I made. I like the case, but yes, I'm disappointed that the weight of the world is going to crush that twig, unfortunately.
Shoulders. Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. All right. Couple other guys I like. I mean, I always like a Hao Tong Lee.
I was just about to ask you about him. That was the guy who I wanted to ask you about in this range. All right, talk to me about him.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm willing to. It's inexcusable what happened to him at Phoenix. He was atrocious for like 11 holes. He was do you remember what happened at Phoenix with him?
I didn't play him.
Okay. So he was like multiple strokes inside the cut line. And they had, I think, like 6 bogeys in his last like 10 holes to miss it by like 2.
Ugh.
That was not good. Not good.
That.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. But iron play has been pretty good on the PGA Tour, at least since he came back here. A little concerned about his Bermuda performances. Couldn't find a lot that were really good, but he was on the radar. Like, that's a guy who he has enough brand power, I think, and experience I would be willing to bet that to win.
He's super loose. Like, listen, he's a guy who's fun to root for. Like, he's loving life, doing his thing. Oh shit, it's dead. Josh bet Hao Tong Lee. It's dead.
It's dead. Shots fired, man. All right. I like Jordan Smith this week. Now, this is one that checks a lot. I'm actually surprised he's not on the tip chart this week. This is one that checks a lot of DP World Tour boxes.
I need you to talk to me about him, because I looked at him and I remember I randomly play him a few times a year, and I always like his profile, and I need somebody to talk to me what the hell he's been doing on the DP World Tour, because I go to the OWGR rankings and I look, and I mean, whatever, like, it tells you a little bit, but not a ton.
Okay. All right. So if you want to look at the DP World Tour, the golf course is a lot of water with him. He won at, I think, Dom Pedro, which is the Portuguese golf course with a lot of water on it. That was a couple of years ago. Really good at Le Golf National. That's a good indication that you can at least be an adult on this watered down version of the PGA National. Iron play has been really good so far this year. You know, a couple of good finishes at like Phoenix. So that it doesn't take much at that point. Just experience playing well on some water courses, and the iron play looks pretty good, specifically from like 150, 200.
Okay.
So
he's a little older than I think he always is, too. Every time I look at him.
Yeah, he finished top 10 at, was it the Quail Hollow PGA? Like, he's been around. He's been around for a while.
Yeah, he's been around. Okay.
Yeah, and he finally made it over here. Yeah.
He's a Brit, though, so that's strike. There's a strike again.
He is a Brit. Well, here's another Brit. John Perry. I don't mind him this week.
All right. So what's funny is, so somebody kicked him around on Discord. I think it was Kenny. And so I started looking into him. I was like, oh, this guy might be all right. But he's like our age almost, it feels like. He's like,
yeah, he's like 30. He's 30. Basically, he's Pavone. All right. Pavone came here and he's like late 30s.
Okay.
And finally came over here from the DP World Tour after years of kind of toiling away over there. Like, he was bouncing back up and forth between like Challenge Tour and DP World Tour, like losing his stats, gain stats, finally got over here. And he's been hitting the ball great. And he's a good Bermuda putter, even on the DP World Tour.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Right, so that's a good number too. 80?
Yeah. Yep. 80. So 81. So the guy I bet, though, it was 72 to 1. He's down to like 60 to 1. I did bet Nico Echevarria this week.
Okay. I like Nico.
Coming off an eighth place finish at Pebble, where he hit the irons pretty good, and he's a great Bermuda putter. Like, that's enough for me to just like sell it. On him on that alone, he's pretty decent.
And he's a winner.
200. Yeah, he's 2-time winner. Yeah, like he's won at Accordion Narashino. That is a golf course that doesn't have a big missed fairway penalty like this place. So, yeah, I mean, like, just based on just what I was looking for, I kept it very simple. Just, are you spiking with your irons, or you get Bermuda putter? So, yeah, that was it. Now we're getting down the board here a little bit. All right, what are some like bombs, like some names that like you want to throw out this week?
All right, so I'm not going back to Cole. What about Billy?
Okay. Billy's been bad.
I know. He's got good course history here. It's the Florida swing. He's 80 to 1 with these fucking losers.
I mean, he is.
I don't know what
he's
he's
a loser.
doing. He's playing TGL, and apparently that's what you need to do to win these fucking tournaments.
Mhm.
Oh, somebody on Sunday asked us to talk about Gary top 20. I just don't think Gary's playing good enough. He's a mess right now.
Yeah, didn't I bet him at Wiley or something?
Yeah,
it didn't work.
Yeah, he's just a mess.
No.
I don't know. So like Jesper Svensson is somebody who's always kicked around in our community, and why? He's not good. He just doesn't do anything good. Well, he does something good. He does something good and then two things bad in the same tournament, and that's the fucking pattern on every fucking tournament.
Yeah, he did well here last year, so I think people want to chase that again.
I'm good. Hard pass. Doug Gim's playing like ball sack. I would like him because he has a good history. But he's playing like shit.
Okay.
I forgot Chris Ventura played golf. So I'm definitely not playing him. Dave likes Zaychan Dao. Is that right?
Marty Dow.
Yeah.
The Chinese bucket hat. No.
Over 10% in DFS, and Dave is touting him.
Yeah, all right. So Dave touting is not why that's a red flag, but look, I don't play DFS, but cheap chalk in a bad event is bad chalk. And that always goes bad. Remember we used to do like the DFS reports, because when we used to actually like cover DFS, and we would go over ownership and like their expected like points and what they actually did. In all these shitty events, the guys like low sevens, high sixes that double the ownership just fucking sucked every single time.
Always.
Easy fade.
Easy fade. Damon. Damn, he got nuked, huh? That's interesting.
Yeah.
He's stunk lately, though. He's stunk.
Okay.
Lately.
About Kevin Roy here. That's another guy Dave likes.
No, the Succession show was great. He's not a great guy. So.
I mean, at least last 8 rounds, I have him hitting his irons decently. The last 8, and he played well at Wiley, Bermuda course.
All right.
You know, played well. I think he played well at Phoenix, right?
Did he?
I think he did.
Let's find out.
He has another decent finish outside of Wiley. Yeah, T13.
Oh,
yeah. That's potentially a name.
Let me take a look here. Let's take a little peek.
Take a little peruser. Okay. All right. Why don't I speak your language then?
He stinks on fucking Poa, so that's good.
Yeah.
I wonder what's his tee time.
Well, I don't know.
How come when I look at his overall approach from proximity, his 150 to 200 is empty? That seems
he just probably doesn't have enough rounds. I mean, I have data for it. He's not good from that range.
Oh, he has 93 rounds.
I don't know why.
It's definitely a glitch. It's definitely a glitch. So he's at 34th in the field. It's pretty good.
Okay.
I don't hate that. What's his ball?
I think it depends on how long you're looking, because I don't have great data. All right.
Well, his last 2.
Well, all right. Well, you got scared off by him on a radio interview that you just listened to.
Oh God, I know.
But I'm in on Sam Ryder this week.
Steve, why are you doing this to me?
Which means you got a ride on Sam Ryder this week.
Yep. So here, let me tell you something. So he was doing an interview. He's driving down. I think he lives around here, by the way, which I'd have to find out, because if he lives around here, I'm 100% reaching out and going to go talk to him, buy him a beer, because nobody else in this area knows who Sam Ryder is. He's driving down to the course, and whoever the woman interviewer is starts asking him like pretty tough questions. Like, it's like, so how does it feel like to start out with your PGA Tour career the way it is, and kind of how you are now? And he goes, oh, I thought you were just going to ask me some softball questions. And she's like, I'm sorry, but she just wanted to kind of talk about, basically, getting kind of squeezed out, and how these elevated events are kind of, yeah, I know you love when guys lose their job, but lots of people
no. There's only certain guys I like who lose their jobs.
I know. Just
it's the guys who have been milking from the tea of the PGA Tour for 10 years.
Yeah.
Like
so
Doug Gim, who shouldn't be in this field anyways.
Yeah, and so he was kind of going. Yeah, so he was kind of going through that. He's like, and so they went through it, and he's had, you know, a 10% top 10 rate over 200 fucking tournaments, which is pretty good, man. Fucking 20 top 10s out of 200. You're a good golfer, you know? And he's talking about now how it was just kind of, it's all the arguments I make about how I hate these elevated events, and all you're doing is it's the rich get richer. And I mean, it shouldn't shock me that that's what the PGA does, right? Like they let Ricky Fowler in, who stunk, but he gains all these FedEx points. So it was basically about like the FedEx points and how hard it is to go from like 105 to 99 versus, you know, if you're 80 to 50. And he was like, look, and he kept trying to couch it and be like, hey, listen, I'm trying to stay in a good mindset about it, but it is difficult. And it was just a really honest, raw interview. And you could, I don't know, man, you could hear how tough it was for him, like how hard he wants to grind to get back to where he wants. And he's talking about the depth of this tour, depth that tour, but you only have so many opportunities now. But now you get these elevated events where I don't even get to get in. And these guys who might play like dog shit and shoot fucking 10 over. He didn't say this. Might shoot 10 over, but he's going to get as many points at that as somebody who comes in, you know, 30th at Puerto Rico. Like, how fair is that? It's not fair. It's not. I hate the fucking new system. I hate it. I fucking hate it. So I don't know. Made me sad. I love Sam Ryder. I'll be playing him. Course history's fine. The interview gave me pause because it reminds me of something that I went through in my life where I was like going through some shit. And I remember where my headset was, or my mindset was at. And I wasn't making good decisions. So I don't know. Or I was trying to talk myself into something. So I don't know. We'll see. I love Sam Ryder. God damn it, I can't believe I'm gonna have to fucking bet him. I'm definitely betting him first round leader. I already did.
All right. Why I bet him at 125 to 1.
125. That's good.
Yeah.
I got him at 100 to 1 for first round leader, so the pain will stop after the first round.
Yeah. Look, he's a name who's been around for a while. If Adam Schenk can finally win a tournament, Sam Ryder can finally win a tournament. That's why I say.
Adam Schenk.
Iron's been trending up. Good Bermuda putter. Good course history here. 125. We'll take that.
Dirt McGirt brought him up. I brought him up in the chat earlier, and then Rishi asked if it was a cry for help. Blaze Brown. Talk to me about Blaze Brown.
So I don't have a problem with Blaze Brown. That's another guy who is potentially a shiny toy. So yeah, look, I mean, like
but he's my shiny toy. Nobody told me about him. I saw him play, and I was like, "Oh, I like him."
I mean, look, he had a good showing in Amex, you know. So
final group.
He's got a lot of talent. He definitely. It seems like he's somebody who
slapping hands with fans. Wasn't all like doing the full McNeely.
the full McNeely.
He wasn't doing the full McNeely. He was slapping hands and fucking enjoying himself, and like, kid's loose, man, and he's got talent. I like Blaze Brown. I like it.
All right, then go back to the well of Blaze Brown, 18-year-old Blaze Brown this week. So
I might. I'd rather do that. And Derek brought up Luke Clanton. I said it in Discord, Steve. I don't know if you saw this, but I would rather root for myself to get AIDS than root for Luke Clanton to win a golf tournament. So that's how much I hate Luke Clanton. And I think he stinks.
Look, I understand that the iron play has been pretty good.
He's bad.
It's not my tempo this week.
No.
As someone mentioned, when he debuted at TPC Toronto, as I think that was his first professional tournament, he was paired with Rory, and he was literally playing a banana slice. Like I can't get that out of my head with him. And that's enough for me to not play him this week.
Yeah.
A couple other guys
ESPN
I thought
shoving him down my throat is what made me. And it's not even the poor kid's fault. It's just ESPN was constantly shoving him down my throat about the next best thing, and I got to hear about his family and this and that. And he went to FSU, which is a school I support, and I still was like, "Get the fuck out of my face! I'm so sick of you."
That is true. All right, a couple other guys down here. David Lipsky weirdly was very high in my model this week.
Oh, is it weird that he was high in your model? Is it?
Yes, it's very weird that David. That was not something I would expect. Well, Patrick Fishburne somehow was high in my model, and I redid my model 6 times to try and fix the problem, and it didn't work, which makes me question.
You have a Lipsky problem. You have a Lipsky problem.
I have a Lipsky problem?
Yes, multiple times we've had to speak to you about Lipsky, and all of a sudden you're betting Dave Lipsky, and I'm like, why are we betting this guy?
Okay, well, I didn't bet him.
You conveniently forget this is the same conversation we have at least 3 times a year, Steve.
All right. Well, Lipsky has been hitting his irons well, and he's been putting pretty well lately. Like T18 at Farmers. I don't know if he can do it here, but it popped for me as far as somebody I'm looking for this week.
Okay.
Sundarshan Yelamaraju.
What was that? God bless you.
Sundarshan Yelamaraju.
Oh, I don't want to be Kyle. I don't want to be Kyle.
Yeah, well, that's somebody who it qualifies as the John Hasselbauer. Have you actually seen the guy hit the shot before? And I think I've only seen maybe one.
That should be an award. We should start giving that out. Actually,
yeah, but on my spreadsheet, he looks pretty good. My spreadsheet has seen a lot of shots from him. Apparently, that's somebody who's hitting his irons pretty well and is a good Bermuda putter on probably 2 courses that the sample size is. But that works. All right. How about another name that you're gonna get mad for me to bring it up that potentially could be okay this week?
Okay.
Uh-huh. Irons have been in you
can't even say it with a straight face.
Well, here's
irons have been problem. Oh shit, been bad.
All right, this is how data lies to you. Okay. So on paper, his irons look phenomenal his last 8 rounds. Uh-huh. And that his putter looks phenomenal his last 8 rounds.
Yeah.
The problem, though, is only 2 of those rounds are shot like measured out of his last 8. And he's gone T51 on the Corn Ferry Tour in Bahamas, cut at the Amex, cut at the Farmers, and then T49 down in, I think, Colombia.
We don't even know. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Camilo Villegas.
Oh, you can't do that to me. You know he's my guy.
Former winner here.
Yeah. I love it. Listen, you Steve, I will never say a bad word about Camilo. He's my guy. Huge first round leader hit him on an outright. I love everything he does as far as what he does for his kid who passed away. Incredible human being. If you want to put money on him to win a golf tournament, then there's nothing but good karma for you.
Okay. How about a guy, 2 of his last 3 appearances, excuse me, on Bermuda courses was a T6 and a T3.
What were those Bermuda courses? The way you
phrased it was the Butterfield and it was Sanderson.
Exactly. Okay. All right. Well, Sanderson's legit.
Sanderson's not legit. That's why it doesn't exist anymore.
Well, it's legit.
Again, similar situation as Camilo in 2 measured shot length rounds. He's been hitting his irons well, but he's been cut every time.
Okay.
Frankie Sappin.
So I will say, I felt like the kid could make birdies, but then you told me he couldn't, and then I looked into it and I was like, oh no, he can't make birdies. So no, I don't like that
because he's terrible.
Yeah, you told me he can't make birdies. Less than, I believe, during the fall swing, you told me he can't make birdies.
Right. Well, I see at least 2 excuse me, 2 high upside finishes on Bermuda courses within the last 6 months. And he's 400 to 1.
Yeah,
not saying he's going to win, but maybe like a $6,100 DFS play.
Oh, let me ask you this. So we can't give away all the round score stuff. So maybe we'll just talk to you about this off to the side. But as you know, I can only parlay them all. Are we leaning overs in the afternoon?
We'll talk offline about that.
Boom.
About
Love
that.
it. Join the Discord.
There you
Come get the info, because that's the only way I was profitable last week. I made a nice chunk of change in one of my accounts thanks to Steve and his goddamn round scores. They're like the life raft for all degenerates who bet on loser golfers like Camilo Vegas and S.H. Kim and
Yes,
Blake Brown and all these fucking losers.
All our favorites here.
Yeah, this is the way we stay even. We keep able to bet on these fucking loser golfers is because Steve at 4 a.m. sends a weather update and a text and tells you fucking here's the target, here's how you do it. Go ahead and keep your account even as you bet all these losers every week.
There you go. Isn't that the goal for everybody? Just break even.
Don't re fucking deposit. My God.
There you go. All right. All right. I think we've named enough ridiculous names for tonight.
Yeah, I think so. I think so too.
So
what we got? What we got next week? We got
Bay Hill, everybody's favorite tournament.
But it's
everybody's
everybody's
favorite overseeded tournament, Bay Hill. Yeah,
prick.
Just overcoming so much adversity with that grass to produce a great tournament. You know,
and it's a no cut, right?
No, this is another situation where they do the top 15 ties or anyone within 10.
I would say it doesn't make a difference, but I rostered fucking Mav, cuckold, fucking McNeely, and Jason. I get dizzy and want to go molest kids at Disney.
Yeah. All right, allegedly, you did not need that second part, sir.
I know.
I know you're just mad. I know you're just lashing out.
So mad. Can't believe that asshole. All right. Well, listen. I think there's plenty of opportunity to make money at this tournament. I think you should hold some money to fire some live bullets on Sunday, just because this board is so fucking nuts. And there's lots of variants that come into course. And if you listen to other places, they're going to tell you waters comes into play off the tee. That is incorrect. Water comes into play on approach shots. So don't listen to them. Don't be stupid. And
this is not a driver accuracy course, guys. Do not. No,
dude, it's crazy. So it's so funny because I haven't listened to other golf shit in a while, other than like our friends I'll listen to every once in a while, but it's usually just background noise. But then I'll listen to some stuff and I'm like, this guy is so fucking wrong. It's crazy. It's wild. It's crazy.
That's why I don't listen to anything else. I just work hard.
But I like to listen to some of our friends' stuff. You know what I mean? Like friends of the program, I like to listen to their stuff just to kind of hear what they're thinking and things like that. And you can take their information for what it is, right? But you support your friends. Download and like and subscribe.
I do that. I give everybody a download of everybody I'm friends with, but the only thing I care about is just giving the best information, most accurate information, and try to play it as down the middle as I can. And if I have to go on a ledge for somebody or on a take, I'll always have supporting evidence for it. So that's all I really care about when I present tournaments to you guys and put together all those previews.
Yep, absolutely. All right. Well, we'll be back on Sunday.
Yes, on Sunday. Yep, Bay Hill. We'll have the Bay Hill.
I'm good either day. Whatever day you want to do it. I'm staying here to help my buddy with his new business, and my kid and wife is going out of town for a gymnastics tournament 7 hours away. At least it's not San Diego or Knoxville this time. So I can do Saturday or Sunday night, whatever works for you.
Now let's stick to our regular Sunday night talk. Okay. That seems to work pretty well.
All right, Sunday night it is. All right, let's go crush the cog, boys. Later.